Ito na mga idol, ang pinakaunang Pilipinong mapalaban ngayong araw. October 4, 2025. Ito ay ang laban ni Gino Rodrigo versus undefeated fighter na si Kane Sandoval mga idol.
Very exciting fighter. Kane doing a good job though of taking his time, not being fazed at all by this pressure. You talked about his black and pink. He said that this is
Ang labang ito pala mga idol ay isang 10 rounds na bakbakan mga idol.
Nice right hand to open this one up from Gino.
Rodrigo said he expected a war. Didn't know if it would come right away in the first round, but he
Ang Pilipinong boksingero dyan mga idol is ang naka blue gloves, tapos ang itong Amerikano na si Kane Sandoval is ang naka white gloves na may
Kane doing a good job right now of calculating.
pula na
He's
ribete.
very calm and composed. He's landing his jab, finding his range here.
Puro knockout puncher ang dalawang boksingerong ito mga idol.
Big
Oh,
body shot.
masyadong malutong ang mga suntok nitong si Gino Rodrigo ng Pilipinong boksingero mga idol.
Kane Sandoval always confident. He talked about that flow state of mind that he's been in, and that's going to be tested here with a powerful fighter in front of him like Gino Rodrigo. But you know, even just there, you saw Sandoval slow it down a little bit. He's got an aggressive guy with some heavy hands. So in front of him.
Delikado, nag-overreach si Gino Rodrigo mga idol.
Tons of
Oh, hindi siya nakakatama.
sparring partners in front of him. High caliber training
Delikado sa counter.
He's seen everything training over at Wildcard. I mean, they have a squad, a stable full of killers over there. And he's doing a good job of staying calm and composed. And he talked about that with us, the ability to discipline himself. You know, boxing saved his life. He told us just recently he'd be in the streets if it wasn't for boxing. And learning how to discipline himself inside of the fight, coming from the background that he has, I mean, it's certainly on display right now.
Sandoval, the father of two
Kailangan talaga niya ni Rodrigo na ikat ang tamang distance.
with leukemia.
Kasi mas mahaba ang reach nitong Amerikano na si Sandoval mga idol.
He should take time away from boxing. Obviously, he sorted things out, and you know he's matured so much, and what he's been through outside of the ring. You see why he's so calm and comfortable inside the ring, because life's been pretty hard for the KOK.
Absolutely. He started training TJ at 5 years old, though. He said he remembers his first sparring session.
Marami na rin ang natalo nitong Pilipino.
He comes from a family of boxers.
Itong si Sandoval mga idol.
His aunt, his uncle, they were all boxers. So boxing is what he knows. You know, he recently moved to LA, and one of the biggest blessings he got was his father's blessing, telling him, I no longer have to...
Isa na dun sa mga dun nga tinalo nitong si Kane Sandoval mga idol is si Romero Duno at si Mark Bernaldez. Ito na mga idol, round number 2.
Kane Sandoval taking on Gino Rodrigo.
So far maganda ang pinapakitang aggressive movements ni Gino Rodrigo sa round 1 mga idol. Sana magpatuloy dito sa round 2. Nice left hook by Rodrigo. Body shot by Gino Rodrigo. Napatras doon si Sandoval mga idol. Yan ang kailangan ni Rodrigo mga idol. I-corner itong Amerikano. Oh, napaakap yung Amerikano. Kasi alam niya delikado siya dun. Hindi siya makaiiwas eh.
Again, we talked about his discipline, and he told us in the fighters meeting that is what has improved the most is his discipline. And you can certainly see that he's not allowing for Gino to pull him in and lull him into a firefight.
And that's the thing, when you have guys with this big of a knockout percentage, you know they're aggressive, but I think both men, there is science behind their aggression. They're not forcing the issue. And we've talked about this with Kane in the past. Yeah, he's knocked out most of his opponents, but it's not something that he really ever forces.
No, he doesn't. And he can knock you out at any point of the fight. It doesn't have to be in the beginning. He can find it at the end of the fight. He's very creative. And once he really gets comfortable, figures things out, he really...
Yun! Hala! Yanig si Sandoval mga idol. Nayanig. Tinamaan ng solido. Nayanig mga idol. Nasasaktan talaga itong si Sandoval sa mga hanap ni Rodrigo. May bibigat kasi itong kamao ni Gino Rodrigo eh. kailangan lang talagang tumama ng solido mga idol.
That shot from Rodrigo obviously
Parang nangangamoy upset yun ah.
Sandoval, but it doesn't look too worse for the
Pero
winner.
madaling naka-recover itong si Sandoval.
He's starting to come forward, starting to open up, but he's not
Dapat
doing
umakap si Rodrigo dito sa corner.
This is like a movie.
He's not doing it in a rushed way. He's very disciplined in here. But Gino
Yun! Butata! Overhand! Nangangamoy upset. Parang madadali ang undefeated record ni Sandoval dito ah. Parang mapapahiya sila sa itong tune-up fight na to ah.
5 to 10 seconds here in the second.
2 beses na nayanig mga idol ah.
if you look at his left eye,
Wow.
Yay, nakariko. Na-save by the bell pa.
Rodrigo. The test is
Kinabahan ang mga promoter doon sa round 2 mga idol.
3. We're underway.
Kasi ilang beses nayanig ang kanilang inalagaang manok. Pinapahinog nila itong si Sandoval eh.
going now, and his
Tapos yayariin pa ng isang Pilipino.
Kane.
And that's the danger of Kane Sandoval.
Yun, tinamaan na naman straight.
Lands another right hand. We've seen Kane, have the pressure.
Pumapasok ang
Test that
right straight
power
ni Rodrigo kay Sandoval mga idol.
right. And while Rodrigo has landed here,
Hindi niya naiilagan.
still trying to play an aggressive game.
I mean, this is the style of fight he likes. What I do see, though, is Kane is dropping his left hand after he pulls back that jab, and that is where Rodrigo has found his opening for that right hand is on the retraction of Kane Sandoval's combinations.
Uy,
Really loading up with that right hand.
di pa tumama ang overhand.
Kane, though, so calm and composed here.
And while Rodrigo has that power, I mean, he threw that right hand a moment ago with everything that he had. It's still a 10-round fight.
It is, and we have 7 rounds left. If you look at Kane, Kane's not throwing really hard yet. He's still trying to find his range and timing, and he's not going to. He's really doing a good job of maintaining his energy.
Sana mapuruhan ulit ito ni Gino Rodrigo to sa Sandoval. Yuy,
Very aggressive.
mga limpis ang mga power punch ni Rodrigo, hindi tumatama, sayang.
Punch, but he also has that technical savvy about him where he can outbox you if he needs to.
Yes, he does a great job of throwing short shots, doesn't put a lot of power on them until he finds his openings, and then he just lands a big punch. Gino seems to have one speed. It's all gas, no brakes for him. I don't know if
Yun.
he can last
Yun,
10
tumatama,
rounds.
body shot mga idol.
Putting it all on the line right now.
Absolutely. Inside the final minute here of this third round. Nice evasive movement here by Sandoval. Coming forward.
Gino Rodrigo asked us to pray for Al Rivera, one of his sparring partners who's really dealing
Uy,
with depression right
tinamaan
now.
ng
He dedicates this
body shot
performance
isang si Rodrigo.
to his teammate, wants him to know that he is here in full support for him and fighting for him. Kane seems to be opening up here, and he always looks like he's hitting a double end bag. He throws these short little shots, constant combinations, and then boom, a ferocious shot will come from Kane. So he does a great job of changing the speeds in real time on his combinations.
Good left hand there by Sandoval. On tonight, our featured fight underway. Kane Sandoval.
Ito na mga idol, round number 4.
Rodrigo in the black, trimmed in gold and red. TJ DeSantis along with Pearl Gonzalez. Appreciate you joining us here for Hollywood Fight Nights on UFC Fight Pass.
Kane doing a good job of pressing the fight forward with really short steps, no big movements, no wasted movement coming.
Kalmado lang dito si Rodrigo mga idol, parang nagpapahinga sa round na ito mga idol.
I think that will change.
Nag-iipon lang ng lakas para ulit bumira. Yun, left hook by Rodrigo. Habang itong si Sandoval masyadong busy. Uy, body shot, ang gaganda. Malulutong na body shot mga idol, galing sa Pilipino.
In front of him, unfazed by any
Napaatras doon ng Amerikano mga idol.
We talk about the buzz of Sandoval. A lot of people believe there are big things in his future.
Hinahype kasi nila itong si Sandoval mga idol. Matigal nila itong pinapahinog para sa isang world title fight.
He certainly is. He's doing a great job tonight of really pressing the pace of this fight thus far. Will he slow down though?
And that's a great question, Pearl. It's a long fight. We've seen Sandoval at times get stronger in the later parts of a fight.
Uy, body shot. Bumawi si Sandoval ng dalawang body shot.
And while Sandoval is eating some of the power shots of Rodrigo, he's still very confident. He's not riled or mentally taken off his game whatsoever.
No, he's the one pressing the fight at this moment. He's doing a good job of keeping Gino on the ropes. Coming forward, landing short little shots.
Uy, na-corner. Delikado. Uy.
Trying to answer back with that left hand was Rodrigo, but it was a bit more belabored than it's been.
Body shot by Sandoval.
Nice body shot coming from Sugar.
Use nice counter by Rodrigo.
But when you land it multiple times and your opponent just keeps coming forward, I mean, mentally that's got to be deflating a bit.
It does.
Sinusubukan dito ni Gino Rodrigo na maka-counter mga idol.
The power, that is the question, because we
Pero sadyang makamay itong si Sandoval.
and Kane hasn't really opened up.
Final 30 seconds here in round number 4.
Both gentlemen trading beautiful jabs there.
And, you know, that's the decision I think Gino Rodrigo has to make, Pearl, is, yes, I want to throw with power and show off that punching power and ability, but over the course of a 10-round fight, there are going to be certain rounds where you're going to have to control that aggression maybe more than he was in the first part of the fight. To establish stars.
Ito na mga idol, round number 5.
Fight nights truly is the future of boxing.
It is such a treat, such a pleasure to watch these athletes.
Masyadong busy itong si Sandoval sa kanyang mga jab mga idol.
Nice left hand gets through by Sandoval.
Nice.
Left hand.
Ganda ng dukot sa bodega ni Rodrigo.
Kane doing a good job now of opening
Body shot.
the nose of Gino Rodrigo. His nose is leaking.
And that can have a heavy impact on a fight that is taxing you.
Uy, may dugo na sa ilong ni Gino Rodrigo mga idol.
Nose, a lot harder to breathe. Oh, my.
May dugo na sa ilong niya. Body shot by Rodrigo.
Good right hand to the body by Rodrigo, but Kane, short shots on the inside.
Oh, those are big shots landing for Kane.
Palitan talagang labang ito mga idol.
And he's not even putting a lot
Puro matatapang na boksingerong naglalaban.
landing in perfect
Maganda talaga panoorin.
places here. I mean, he's doing a good job of just slowly starting to open up, staying so disciplined and focused inside this fight here.
And we talk about Sugarcane Sandoval being sweet. You almost might want to call him the Hurricane because you can feel like his storm is brewing. It's building as this fight goes on.
Yes, he's been calm and composed this entire time. Laser sharp focus. Doing a good job right now of moving around the body of Gino against the ropes. Very impressive. Nice pivot there from Kane.
Yun.
But
Hindi
Gino
tumatama ang... Uy!
Kane right now, not giving him any room to
Grabe,
breathe.
palitan talaga mga idol.
Chain by Sandoval lands.
These boys are trading.
Maski lugi si Gino Rodrigo sa mga palitan mga idol. Pilit pa rin lumalaban.
Gino,
Inside the final
Pusong Pinoy talaga itong si Gino Rodrigo.
and again going back to early in the fight, Kane
Delikado na corner.
hurt, but did not get off his game. And like I said, the storm continues to brew, and I think we're starting to see.
Pero isang suntok lang ng Pilipino dito mga idol, magbabago talaga itong laban.
absolutely. Kane is all over him right
Kung
now.
mayanig ulit itong si Sandoval.
He's been able to slow down Gino.
Body shot by Sandoval.
Body shots, not really utilizing a ton of energy in this fight thus far. So you know he's got a lot left inside. When the time is
Maski
right,
kasi pagod na ang isang boksingero pero hindi talaga maglalaho ang kanyang power. Nandyan yan parate.
Rodrigo's output,
Kaya naman pwede pa rin niya itong knockoutin.
he's a
Maski napakapagod na.
Tired. He probably can't breathe well out of his nose, but Kane all over him now.
Uy, nice. Ito na mga idol, nasa kalagitnaan na tayo ng laban. Round number 6.
Jab down the middle by Sandoval.
Grabe din tong jab ni Sandoval mga idol. Hindi talaga nakakalimot mag-jab. Bawat forward niya is may kasamang jab.
No, I mean we can see that now, and Kane his momentum is growing as this fight.
Uy, nice. Left hook by
Adding more punches. He's adding a little more
Rodrigo.
to his shots. Oh. But again, as you said, Gino's still very dangerous in this fight. You just see the difference in technicalities between these two. Kane is just so composed, still in his stance, not breathing hard.
Well, he's turned up the volume in this fight, Pearl, and don't get me wrong, Sandoval always throws with power, but he doesn't seem to be throwing it all out there. These are almost measured shots by Sandoval.
This comes from a fighter that's been fighting his whole life. He knows when to throw hard and when to land short work and just create openings for himself.
Uy, delikado.
He's not trying to hurt Gino, he's just trying to create openings for himself.
Makamay talaga itong si Sandoval mga idol. Palaging sumusuntok. Hindi tumitigil. Suntok lang ng suntok itong si Sandoval.
He's chipping away right now. That's exactly what he's doing. He's just chipping away at Gino as this fight continues to unfold. He continues to chip, continues to chip. You have to believe though in these latter rounds that he is certainly going to pick up.
Uy, left hook by Rodrigo.
But they've now come few and far between for Gino here. He's got less and less volume as this fight goes on. And that is maturity. That is fight IQ there between these two athletes is knowing that you have a long fight.
Uy, kinain ni Rodrigo yung combo mga idol. Pero kumounter din. Pumasok ang straight ni Rodrigo.
Still getting some shots off. Beautiful left hand by Rodrigo.
Kane unfazed, still pressing this fight forward.
Pag magkumpiyansa itong si Sandoval dito is kakainin talaga niya ng solido ang pifok ni Rodrigo.
And Kane not afraid to eat a couple of shots to give a few back.
I mean, Kane went a majority of his amateur career and a majority of his professional career with pure knockouts. And so you see, as he continues to grow in his profession, the
round 7 has arrived.
Ito na mga idol, round number 7.
Gonzalez inside the Chumash Casino Resort. Appreciate you joining us tonight for Hollywood Fight Nights on UFC Fight Pass.
Defok by Rodrigo.
having some beautiful jabs.
Patuloy pa rin bumabanat si Rodrigo mga idol. Maski alanganin siya sa dito kay Sandoval kasi masyadong makamay.
You talk about the maturity of Sandoval. He talked a lot about the flow state that he's been in. And, I mean, that's a great mindset and attitude to have, especially in a fight like this where you're forced to go with the flow at times. And Sandoval...
Overhand, tumama.
Hard right hand there.
Kane looks so focused right now.
We're talking about that flow state, though, Pearl. I think, you know, mentally, a lot of fights like this, they're won from that mental preparation and being able to weather storms and give it back.
Yes, being prepared for anything, not being surprised at all. And that showcases what he's doing in the training room and the kind of sparring and the level of talent that is in front of him day in and day out. And it's showing tonight his ability.
Bagyang napapahinga dito si Rodrigo mga idol.
The ceiling is
kasi parang naubusan siya ng hangin dun sa round 1 at round 2 kasi binuhos na niya lahat.
Got his father's approval and you know he's very proud of where he's from, but he also said, you know, this isn't the environment that I need to be in if I want to reach my maximum potential, and that's hard to get away from home.
Nice trade here from these athletes.
Yun.
Tripling up on that jab is Rodrigo.
Uy, ganda ng Pasok ni Gino Rodrigo dun.
Very dangerous athlete, but I feel like Kane has really started to find or has found his range.
Uy, kung tumama yun,
Has figured out
masarap
the timing
yun.
of Gino here.
Overhand.
You know, Kane talked to us about how excited he is for his future, especially with the new boxing and things unfolding. You know, he's really looking forward to what the future has in store for him. But he told us, I am where I am supposed to be. And he is showcasing this tonight, regardless of what has been in front of him, regardless of the adversity. He's still 2 feet planted on the canvas and pressing forward and fighting his fight.
You mentioned the sky is the limit for Sandoval. It's because of his willingness to exchange and just put on fights like this. And we talk about the power of Rodrigo. Well, I think the power is still very much there. Sandoval, he respects it, but he's not overwhelmed by it, and he's really boxing his sort of boxing fight.
Yes, he's doing a good job of moving forward with really tight steps, staying real tight in his stance here. His feet are constantly underneath him. Body mechanics look flawless. He can't become unraveled because
Ito na mga idol, round number 8.
in front of him that still has heavy hands, and so I think that Kane is very aware of what is in front of him and is going to wait or he's going to set up his opportunity, and that's what he's been doing with the short work.
Patuloy pa rin ang bakbakan dito mga idol sa Amerika. Ating kababayang si Gino Rodrigo, pilit lumalaban para sa maka-upset dito mga idol. Uy, solid yung mga tama ni Rodrigo mga idol. Maramdaman yun ni Sandoval. Pero matiisin lang ito sa Sandoval mga idol. Hindi niya pinapakita na nasasaktan siya. Maski nayayanig siya. Grabing palitan sa mga jab. Nauugak ang kanyang mga ulo.
Credit to him for eating it, but
he looks like he's got his bearings back.
Uy.
What a fight this one is shaping up to be. Halfway point here of round number 8.
Oh my goodness.
Sinusubukan dito ni Rodrigo mga idol na hulihin itong si Sandoval sa isang left hook.
Quick jab to set up that right hand for him.
Sandoval's eaten that jab of Rodrigo a few different times, but he's content to eat it and give some back.
Landed 2 beautiful hooks there.
Uy, yun na naman. Left hook by Rodrigo.
Nice right hand again from Kane Sandoval. And then right back on his bike. I love the work that he's putting in tonight.
And you can see the response from Sandoval. He's not forcing anything. He really makes his punches and responses look just almost automatic.
Yes, they certainly are automatic. Big shots coming from Gino though here. Oh.
Uy, kinain ni Rodrigo yun. Oh! Kinain din ng Sandoval ang mga atake ni Rodrigo mga idol. Matigas tong mukha ni Sandoval mga idol. Ginawa ng pangharang ang kanyang mukha.
You're getting a much bigger reaction out of Rodrigo.
And it makes sense because Kane did a good job of really disciplining himself on his output in the beginning of this fight. Wow. Laser sharp focus.
Ito na mga idol, round number 9.
Round 9 underway. The undefeated Kane Sandoval in the black with pink. Gino Rodrigo in the black trimmed with red and gold.
Body shot by Rodrigo.
Kane wanted to give a big shout out to his gold sponsor, Gold USA John.
Sandoval known for his patented grill.
Body shot by Sandoval.
Unique look to him.
Oh my goodness, devastating.
Left hook by Rodrigo. Tumama sa panga pero hindi solid mga idol.
Stalking forward here is Sandoval.
And doing it in such a technical way. Very short steps. Never outside of his stance.
Uy.
You see the difference in the footwork from both of them.
And we talk about the power of both of these gentlemen, Pearl, but you hit on the footwork. I mean, that's your base. That's where all the power really comes from.
Everything is started from your feet. Your offense, your defense, your ring control, it all starts from the feet. And Kane doing a great job here.
You mentioned ring control. That could be a very big...
Bumaba dito ang activity ng Pilipino, mga idol. Dito sa round 9. Parang napapahinga dito si Rodrigo, tapos sa round 10 na babanat, ibubuhos ang lahat ng kanyang natitirang lakas doon sa round 10. Kasi pa isa-isa na lang ang mga suntok na binibitawan dito ni Rodrigo. Panay depensa na lang.
Inside the final minute here of this 9th round.
Nag-iipon ng lakas ata dito ang Pilipino, mga idol. Uy, di talaga tumatama.
Starting to hear Sandoval almost key with some of his punches, and that's kind of been a trademark of his.
Yes, and you know that the output is increasing. The intensity for Kane is increasing here. But Gino still very tough in front of him, doing a good job of staying in this fight here. Seems to still have his power, but I do believe the volume is in the hands of Kane.
Uy, tinamaan si Rodrigo.
He's got his timing down.
Nine down, 1-1.
Dito na mga idol, final round, round number 10. Dito na malalaman, mga idol.
It is Hollywood Fight Nights on UFC Fight Pass.
This really has been a fun fight and really bringing his best offense and a great fight in front of Kane Sandoval.
Uy, nice 1-2 by Rodrigo.
Start this 10th and final round.
You can see the guard of Gino Rodrigo is much tighter here in this round. I really like that lead too from Kane. I think that it offsets the rhythm and really surprises.
Masyadong malaki itong si Sandoval, mga idol.
1 minute of elapsed time in this 10th and final round. When we talk about the hardships that Sandoval has had in his life, it's made him a very mature 23-year-old. And fights like this, I mean, they continue to mature him as a boxer. His composure in the ring, it's much different than your average 23-year-old.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's so mature for his age. Really carries a lot with his family, his city on his back as he is in pursuit of greatness. And he showcases that with every fight. I mean, tonight, though, he really did seems to have gone up another level. And that showcases all the hard work that he's doing at Wildcard Boxing with all of his teammates over there, and just looks so composed, so mature tonight in his fight.
Absolutely, and you know, this was a fight that was billed to be one with fire fighting fire, and both of these guys very powerful punchers. But Sandoval, I mean, he's really shown a well-rounded, multi-dimensional and different level game of boxing tonight.
Yes, he really has, and just his defensive skills, his laser-sharp focus here. He looks great tonight.
Iyala! Ala, natamaan pa si Rodrigo. Last rounds na 30 seconds, mga idol eh. Doon, nagyabang na. Bulag ta si Rodrigo, mga idol. Talo tayo, mga idol. Via knockout. Natsambahan pa sa huling segundo, mga idol.